This clip that you're about to see is an excerpt from my Patreon exclusive Discord interview podcast, where I went through Discord, interviewed a bunch of random people, and compiled it into one podcast, which the patrons are going to use to vote on the best interview. And then that person will get their own podcast to themselves. So if you want to see it, it's live right now on the Patreon. Why do they have to come up with such a stupid fucking name for that thing? Links in the description. All right, the man we have next is Fungal Toe, my main man, always talking about Jaffa cakes, and we're gonna taste test them. Are you ready to do Jaffa cake review?
Yes, let's do it. Let's go for it, dude.
Go for it. All right,
go for it. It's time.
Did I just wake you up?
I was like kind of out of it. I was like on the verge of sleep. I was like laying in my chair like an old man.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about Jaffa cakes, man.
You're just thinking about Jaffas?
Yeah.
I got them right here. And
yeah.
Right after Abby left for lunch, and she fucking turned on the washer machine, and I told her I was going to be doing podcast stuff, so that fucking bitch just trying to booby trap my podcast. So I went in there and fucking karate chopped the washer machine. And you know what sucks is I got my Jaffa cakes in.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. How would we preface this?
Yeah.
Every day, I get on.
Yeah.
And Fungal's talking about Jaffa cakes. That's
true.
all he taught. That and cum. Those are. This man is a dual-faceted individual. If he's not talking about Jaffa cakes, he's talking about cum. There's no middle ground. That's it.
It's never anything else.
It's never anything else.
It's not cum or Jaffa cakes, then I'm not talking at all, really.
Yeah. In America, we don't have Jaffa cakes, right? So I took it upon myself to order some Jaffa cakes. That's what these are.
Great idea, might I add.
A triple pack, 30 of these fucking things. And they took forever to get here. Made by McVitie's. Is that right?
Yeah, McVitie's. Yes.
McVitie's. But I also took the liberty of going through the comments on the Jaffa cakes, and I saw that a lot of people were like, they're all right, but they're not as good as Pimm's.
Oh,
and so I also took the liberty of purchasing some Pimm's, which are they're like ritzy white man's version of Jaffa cakes. And I'm going to be honest with you, looking at the packaging. The Jaffa cakes come in like they look like someone stomped on them. They're all fucked up. They look kind of gross. But Pimm's, on the other hand, has a very beautiful package. It's nice.
Let's be honest. It's about the taste.
Okay.
You know, obviously, you can't judge it by the packaging.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do a taste test, because if these things aren't just orgasm in mouth the second I put them in there, then I mean, there's no. You're up your own ass thinking they're this fucking good.
I feel like the Jaffas they have to go in first. The Jaffas have to go in first because you don't want to taint the taste of them with the Pimm's.
Pimm's don't want to sully the palate. All right. Now exactly. The problem is that every British person I've talked to, they come at me with they're like, it's kind of like an Oreo. I don't know if you have Oreos over there.
Yeah, we have Oreos. Yeah.
Everybody always comes at you like they're this fucking professor of Oreo cookies teaching you how to eat them. They're like, well, actually, you can't just eat the cookie. You have to twist off the top, lick off the frosting, or stick a fork in the frosting and use it to dunk it in your milk. I have seen 8 different ways of eating Jaffa cakes based off the various British people. They're like, no, first you eat the chocolate off, and then you munch on the... What it is, it's like a little thing of angel food cake, and then it's got a layer of preserves, like fruit preserves. These are orange.
Yeah, it's like jam-like fruit preserves. It's like a weird... Yeah.
And then they put chocolate on top. And someone's posting dragon dildos in the fucking general chat. that caught me off guard. I came eye to eye with that fucking monster.
Oh my God, that's got a huge eye on it as well. Look at
that's a big fucking pee hole. Jesus Christ. I need to close Discord. These people keep posting wild shit. So, what are the various ways I should try this? I'm gonna try each one.
I'm a purist. I just go straight in for the bite usually.
Yeah.
But there's like some freak fucking ways to eat that shit. Like I never do it, but I've tried it. It's weird shit. Like
can you
some
take
people
one like a suppository?
You can if you want to do that.
Yeah,
but the disabled way people do it is they like slowly nibble the chocolate off, and then they like peel the orange sort of preservative part off the like cake bottom, and then they eat that separate and they throw away the cake. But that's wasteful.
No, I like the cake.
Yeah, the cake. Yeah, that's a great part of it.
Everybody eats Oreos where they're like they eat the frosting or they get double stuff and then they like chuck the. I like the cookie part. I don't like the frosting very much.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like the cake is like it's the main part, but there is always that way you can eat it. But I've always just preferred the straight biting into it. I think the best way is just a bite. You get all of it in one bite.
What about beverage?
Beverage?
Yeah. Should I get a big glass of milk?
Milk actually goes fantastic.
Okay.
With a jaffa cake.
Do you mind? I'll be right back. I'm looking at my fridge. It's right fucking here. You there? Yeah. 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 Now I'm a gentleman, right? So I put one ice cube in my milk to keep it nice and cold.
Oh no, that's gross, dude. Watered down. That's gonna be like watered down milk.
No, that's what everybody says. It's one ice cube.
Oh no.
All right, I'm gonna crack open the jaffas.
Okay. I need to smell them first. You need to get that smell. It'll smell like the UK.
Does it?
No, it does not. But it's the closest thing you're gonna get.
All right, what the fuck is up with this? They put two of them chocolate to chocolate. That's not. Like they're sticking together.
Really? I've never actually noticed that. Maybe that's a 30-pack thing, so I can't remember them doing that.
Oh my god, they're all stuck together. I can't get a whole Jaffa.
It's just a bunch of Jaffas stuck together.
They are so stuck together. These two are coming. I might have to get like a heat gun or something and like.
Can you get like a knife and like
a blow dryer? Yeah, hold on. Let me get a knife.
Sounds
this is why I have the cutting mat that I'm doing this whole podcast on. It's just for stuff like this. I foresaw a good food review happening. I'm gonna have to get some secondhand shots. Okay, I think the problem is they took these out of their natural environment.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's supposed to be in dreary, rainy the UK, and then they sent it over to the scorching asshole that is Florida, and they all melted together.
Yeah, they all just melt together. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, that didn't come out right. Hold on. I'm just gonna have to saw away at the bread on the one above it, and it's gonna be scabbed on.
You'll have to cut them a bit of slack then if they've come out a bit melted.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give them a belt. Okay, this is not the most appetizing jaffa cake I've ever seen. It's got the ass end of the previous jaffa cake glued on top of it.
I mean, at least it's interesting looking.
Yeah. All right. First of all, I'm gonna have to actually cut them some slack because the breading is very, very crumbly and stale. I have a feeling these are old.
Oh god. Probably.
Hold on a second. There has to be like a fucking box the box has to have the date it was made, right?
Probably has a date on it somewhere, I'd assume.
Best before September 21st, 2019.
Oh god, that's 2 days.
2 days ago. God, what, they wait? They like make them and then they just waited like 8 months. I gotta know, like when you get a fresh pack, tell me how many months you have before they're fucked up.
Usually it's like you could keep them in your cupboard for quite a fucking while like before they're past their date. Yeah, probably. Yeah, honestly.
I'm just gonna eat this one just raw dog. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, just go for it, dude.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Hmm.
That is very stale.
Oh god.
That's not a fresh jaffa.
Oh no.
You know, Bumbo tried buying some of these. Bumbo tried buying some because, you know, they got the fucking Jaffa spokesman over here. I bet you're getting paid by these people, aren't you?
I am. Yes, I am.
Do you work for McVitie's?
I'm McVitie's representative.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very stale. And Bumbo's card got declined because he's fucking poor. So, yeah, I'm kind of glad.
I mean, maybe try the ones that like at the bottom of the packet. Maybe they'll be a bit less. Probably not. honestly. This is just me trying to...
It is just a crumbly mess.
Oh, God.
I'm getting them all out here. I gotta try to peel one away. Okay, this is called a reverse jaffa. The chocolate on top got ripped off onto the ass end of the one above it, but then on the ass of this one is the chocolate from the previous cookies. So it's an upside down jaffa cake.
It's a new way to eat jaffas. I've never heard of this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat just the fucking fruit part if I can.
I don't know if that'll be possible with the current state.
It's like, oh, what the hell? You can pick it off like a scab, like a pudding skin.
Yeah, it's like
scab.
peels off, right?
What the fuck? Yeah. Woo! Yeah, it's like
it's kind of nice, right?
It's a fruit nipple. It's like a little fruit nipple.
It like jiggles around, yeah.
Okay, I can get behind that. Now I have just like the chocolate indent. I should have set up another camera for this if I had another capture card. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not big on the orange filling, which is why I got the Pims. I got them in raspberry filling. But I'm gonna do one more. Why are you seething in anger because of the way I slandered your Jaffas?
I'm holding myself back here.
And next time we play Tarkov, you're just gonna let me die.
Next time I play anything, I'm going to let you die.
All right, dude. If you saw this,
I'd probably be quite disappointed.
This thing is so fucked up. You have no idea. It's like it's like a Frankenstein Jaffa. I'm gonna try dipping this one in the milk. I gotta see if that improves it at all.
Might help with how stale it is.
Yeah, like revitalized it.
Yeah.
It's like when you dip an old black person in baby oil, and they say all the wrinkles fell out, and they look beautiful and new again.
Reborn.
You can't do that with white people, dude. Now it's time for now that I've seen how the East Londoners eat, it's time to see how the West Londoners eat. You know what I'm saying? With these Pims. Now these came straight from France's Royal Mail or whatever. So these are basically...
Instantly, it seems like you're making them seem more, just better. It seems like you're trying to give them a better description already.
I paid fucking $4.99 for 30 stale McVitie's Jaffa cakes. I had to pay $30-something for just a pack of Pims. All right, so these better be good.
Yeah, okay. So
let me tell you something. Their packaging, nicer. Their sheathing for their Jaffa cakes, nicer. Oh my God, I just cracked this bitch open. They're pristine. The heat doesn't even affect them. They have a stamp on top, like a royal seal, for like an envelope.
It's all a ruse.
It's not
They're
a ruse.
Just trying to seem good. You're gonna bite into it. It's gonna be even worse than the stale Jaffa. I'm telling you.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get this fucker to focus. Focus on my hand, bitch. Look at that. Pims. Oh, that's good. That's it right there.
Dude, my Jaffa's dirty, man.
Still squishy too. Okay. It's not stale. That's a good start.
That's an instant improvement.
Yeah. And but in talking about like the quality of the chocolate and everything, about the same. I expected them to be, because of how cheap they were, I expected them to be like kind of waxy, you know?
Yeah. Is it surprisingly just average?
Yeah, I was expecting this thing to kind of give me a blowjob or something because I spent $30 on it. But
I can't believe you said $30 on a fucking packet of Pims.
All right, listen here, dude. I got the Patreon for this podcast. I got all the audio equipment for free, and so I basically have like an overhead budget that I get to spend on stupid shit. Like, I bought an extra camera and everything. Abby's like, "Why are you spending all this money?" I'm like, "I got the Patreon for the fucking podcast."
Spending your money wisely.
Like, I would feel bad if I took the Patreon money and spent it on YouTube stuff. You know what I mean? I figure I better roll it back into the podcast. So I got like lights and shit, and I got like the nice desk and
some real professional.
I got Pims.
Pims is that's the most professional part right there.
That's the professional part. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get the fruit nipple. If this one doesn't fruit nipple, then I'm gonna be upset.
Oh, that's a big L.
That's a big L. And I'm gonna check the expiration date on these fucking things. Okay,
Please
theirs is it's too gummy to make a fruit nipple.
Okay, so theirs is a bit more like gummy.
Yeah, it doesn't come off in like a weird, like, you know when you get a letter in the mail or like a credit card and it's like stuck to the envelope with a booger. Like that's what McVitie's is like. But then the Pim's one is like, it's just it's like a good glob of cum.
A glob of cum stuck to the cake.
But their preserves, actually, I can taste that they have like the seeds of the raspberry.
Oh, in the Pims? Mm-hmm. It's too high quality.
Let me see the expiration date on these fucking things. I gotta know. Oh, here we go.
You'd assume they have like the same kind of like lifespan though.
Yeah, I would assume, which means that these are substantially newer because these are good until January, March 31st of 2020.
Yeah, okay, so
these are months newer.
They've got an advantage, yes.
Months upon months newer. Man, you can rest at ease knowing that I didn't even get a fair shake at the Jaffas.
You did not. You did not get a fair... it's not a fair test, man. I wonder why they send out, like, out-of-date Jaffa cakes to people who want to try them. It's absolutely scandalous.
Yeah. You know what? Well, my friends from my Pim.
Wow, we're really getting into Pims. That's a disappointment right there.
Mm-hmm. The Jaffas, I ordered them, and they got to my house 3 days later. So they were old, sitting in a warehouse here. Whereas the Pims themselves came straight from the factory. I had to wait like a week and a half.
Jesus.
So these are like brand spanking new. The Jaffas have been sitting somewhere.
The Jaffas have been there. They've been living.
They're just so crumbly. I don't know. That's a disappointment, dude.
That is pure disappointment.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I feel like I didn't give them a fair shake, dude. I'm sorry.
Maybe it's a case of, you gotta be in the UK to get the real Jaffa experience. Maybe it'll never work out for you Americans. You're just never going to be able to understand the real taste of a Jaffa cake in your mouth. Yeah, I met that nice in-date Jaffa.
I met that Jordan Rance guy in Seattle, and I was like, dude, you need to have biscuits and gravy for breakfast. And I got him biscuits and gravy, and he didn't like it. And I was like, at the end of that, I was thinking, we're in fucking Seattle. Biscuits and gravy comes from the South. Like, we are exactly like 1,000 miles away from the origin of a good biscuits and gravy dish. So I'm not surprised. Like, I tasted his gravy. It tastes like fucking chicken noodle soup. I'm like, that's not good. That's not good biscuits and gravy.
I mean, also, biscuits and gravy isn't really even a thing over here. Biscuits are a completely different thing over here in general. Like, like we say, like a cookie. It's a hard, like, cookie.
Yeah, it's cookies and gravy.
So, like, it's cookies and gravy. That just sounds like dog shit. That does not sound like something appetizing.
By the way, this has been going on for 20 minutes. It's supposed to be a 10-minute interview.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.